On our last episode of Wonderlust, Blink and Troy spent their first length of time together without Runt. They quickly resorted to violence. Blink went off with Medusa and Troy with a man named Julius, both of which were bitter rivals fighting in an endless war. In trying to resolve this conflict between the two, somehow Blink and Troy resolved the tension between the two of them and became closer than ever. They freed Medusa and Julius from their endless war and broke the barrier around this section of the mountain. Using Troy's sled and Blink's wings, they flew down the rest of the way from the top of the mountain, hoping to find Runt. And now, my friends, we venture back once again into the world of Wonderlust. The sound of machinery whirring all around you, people moving fast through this high-octane city that you've been transported to. Runt, you are overtaken with excitement and fear at what this place might be. It's almost too much to take in at the moment. Rock formations you can see just off in the distance, but for the most part, this city is made of shining metal. These golden cogs that line the floors that you're in. You can see this huge platform that you're standing on currently with a few just outside of that one moving in unison with it. Everything moving together, ticking with the clock. Some of them moving slow, some of them fast. Pathways opening and closing on a dime. Everything in this city is in its place. But as you look closer at the people, there seems to be a stress in the air. You see over towards that clubhouse that you first took notice of, where they were doing those demonstrations of the wingsuit. You also see a group of people outside with signs, holding them up and yelling loudly. Hundreds, maybe thousands of people all gathered in this area, some of them just trying to tend to their shops and their homes, and others in an uproar. Something seems to be wrong here. You are in Cogtopolis.
Dude, I remember someone jumped out of the window in that wingsuit and I ran up to the edge. You said there's people in front of this clubhouse that are chanting and have signs? What did I hear that they're yelling?
So when you get a little bit closer, you listen in, and it seems like they're chanting different things. You see some signs that say drill, drill, drill. You see some signs that say, where's my food? It seems to be they are upset about something and there is not enough food to go around. That's clear enough. Given what you already know, I'll say it's not hard to guess that the cave-in here in Cogtopolis has caused a great bit of strife among the people.
Remind me a little bit of what Cogtopolis is known for and what the cave-in, if I know what that was.
You would know that Cogtopolis is home to the Future Thinkers, a faction of mostly inventors and people looking to use technology to forward life. A few months ago, the cave leading into Cogtopolis from the rest of Reclaim was completely demolished, leaving there to be no access between Cogtopolis and the outside world, which is why you were not able to just go there right away.
Gotcha. And I have a few more questions. Cogtopolis is in Wonder or in Reclaim?
Cogtopolis is a city built into the mechanism of the 100,000-year clock in Earhart. So that huge clock that sits in the city's center above, the mechanism goes all the way down here to Reclaim. And this city is built into the cogs that tick it forward every second, minute, hour, day, year, century, millennia.
I see. So is it kind of like a mix of both places?
I would say so, yes. You see a lot of what is beautiful up there is also beautiful down here. Another thing you take notice of is that there is a lot of light in this area, where the sorting district is incredibly dark and you really only get the ambient light from, different fires and lamps and such. Down here, they seem to have found a way to produce light sources, and it has this entire city glowing, this metallic masterpiece of an artwork, of a city. It was Ripley who said that here you could find the inventor's second workshop, where they would likely be going to take the rest of the items. Where the inventor is at this point, nobody knows.
Oh, holy cheese balls. Oh my god. This place is... I mean, look at all this shit. Isn't it neat? It's like inspiration in every corner. I mean, God, do I even say it? Oh, I can say God now because I know that she's fucking real. Fuck. Dare I say, does this city even sleep? I look around for somebody that I could just like stop for a second and ask them a question. Hey, you over there.
Look to the right and you see a 2-foot tall koala human hybrid with mostly koala features. You look around and yes, you see mostly animal human hybrids, reclamites down here. Actually all, fully. You don't see any full-on humans, but it's hard to tell in some of them because they have those more human features.
Makes me wonder if the humans even know of Conctopolis.
Good question.
I run up to this koala. Hey, hey, I got a question. You a local?
Oh, what do you want?
I'm new.
I don't have any food.
I'm not, I don't want your food. Do I look like I'm hungry?
Maybe.
I'll fucking clock you. Watch your tongue. All right, hold on. Listen, I'm sorry. That was too forward. From where I come from, we kind of like have this cultural thing about food and sharing, and you would just kind of immediately hit a trigger, like a press the button. Anyways, I'm getting off track. You live around here?
Yeah, I do. Well, so you're not from here?
Not exactly. I'm from a different part of Reclaim, which I assume is a...
How did you get here? How did you get out?
Oh, well, that's a long story. In fact, I don't think I could tell you without exploding your fucking mind.
Would you explode it then? Because I gotta get out of here.
All right. Brace yourself. I hesitate to say this. As a lady of science, God brought me here.
Oh,
and I think...
you're one of those.
No, I swear to the literal goddess that teleported me here.
Oh, that's okay.
Look, do you know I'm not...
Church of Reflection hasn't been around here.
Whatever. I knew that you weren't gonna understand. Look, where can I find the future thinkers?
Oh, I don't know if you want to get involved with them right now.
Would that clubhouse particularly be theirs?
Yeah, but if you're gonna go there, you should know. People aren't too happy with them. They've been hiding.
Why? What do they have to hide
they're
from?
Stupid little. They're so worried about how we're gonna get out of here the right way. They're worried about a cave-in. They're worried about everything except the people.
Oh, I see. Simply they're thinking too externally when they should be looking inward.
Sure. They're supposed to open up the hole, they don't.
I read it in a book somewhere. It was a great philosopher. Barack Obama once said that, I think.
Sounds like a smart guy.
So, wait, did they cause the cave-in, or are they just hiding from everyone who wants to...
Nobody knows who caused the cave-in.
I don't know who caused the cave-in, do I?
This problem predates your ventures with the other two.
All right, I don't want to get involved with them, but do you know about the Inventor's Workshop around here, then?
Inventor's Workshop? There's a ton of Inventor's Workshops. We're all inventors. Not me so much. I'm not very good at it.
What? Why?
I don't know. I get scared. I start to make it, and then I start freaking out and jittering all the time.
Let me guess. You're scared of it blowing up and failing in your face.
Oh, no, that doesn't happen to me. That's WD.
Who?
He gotta look at you for a second. Nobody at all.
No, you said a name.
I've said too much. I gotta go.
No.
I'm late for the thing. He takes the sign and he starts trying to run away to the clubhouse.
I'll trail him.
Okay. You trail behind him and you follow him along this large cog that the majority of this town center is set upon. You see, he steps down onto a cog that allows him to ride up to another level, and he jumps down onto it and joins the crowd of people all around the clubhouse. Go ahead and roll perception to keep an eye on him. Number to beat is 14.
14? I rolled a natural 18.
You see, he walks up to a fox human hybrid woman and just pulls on her tool belt. And Milo, Would you please describe your character?
I sure will. You see,
Whoa, what are you doing here?
I just came in through the back door. I saw it was open, so I just.
I thought this was a solo session.
I left it open.
You see WD, who is a fox-human hybrid, and she has warm, toned brown skin, and she's just covered head to toe in oil and soot on her face, on her hands, her clothes, her tail. She has big, poofy, like sea Nemo hair that's all black except for these bright orange, fiery tips, and fox ears that are the same color. She's got fingerless gloves and a big fucking welding bib and really crude, like, metal armor that she clearly was just like, yeah, this will do something. It, like, barely covers anything on her. And a welding mask. Just kind of sits on the top of her head, and that's her.
WD, this little freakazoid named Carpet comes up to you and starts grabbing on your tool belt.
Carpet!
Remember how you told me not to tell anybody that you were here, that they have things? I said your name, but I think she's looking for you, and I don't know.
Wait, who's looking for... And WD looks up and meets...
Gotcha! Red-handed!
Who's... Hey, what's up?
You, dude! You, dude!
You, dude!
I didn't expect you to yell it back on me.
Why are we doing this?
I don't know. I just got here. God brought me here.
What do you... Okay.
Yeah, she's crazy. She's crazy.
Listen, I don't have, ma'am, I don't want to buy anything. I'm doing so. She's clearly like cracking a piece of just like garbage that she found on the floor open and picking out all of the small little like bits and cogs and pieces of metal out of it and just kind of like stuffing them into her pockets. Listen, do you have like a website that I could...
It's just not how it works.
What? A side of fucking webs? No. Do I look like a spider person to you? Absolutely not. No, I don't sell anything. I'm looking for help. I just got here. I'm not from here.
I mean, I can probably help. What's going on?
Are you protesting the future thinkers?
Well, I mean, I'm more so here to like vouch for someone, but
Like you're here on someone's behalf.
Yeah, kind of. I mean, I just kind of show up.
No, like strong lead activist? I mean, everyone's angry.
I don't even know what's happening, actually.
I'm gonna actually have you, WD, roll a dexterity saving throw. You came down here really to just see what was going on and everything, maybe see if anybody had arrived here. You're really just keeping an eye on things you like to get up.
That is a 7, by the way.
Okay, so with a 7, you fall to the ground and you take 4 points of bludgeoning damage as your leg gets stepped on. This crowd is getting increasingly rowdy and grabbing at the gates and shaking them.
Wait, someone just stepped on her in front of me?
What the fuck?
Yeah, well, big crowd. Imagine like you're at a concert and it's like...
Yeah, I'm getting trampled, bro.
You see WD get dropped down and stepped on as this whole group is rushing forward.
Hey! The fuck is your problem?
No, it's fine. It's fine.
I lend you this like giant, this clockwork gauntlet made of brass and different gears and cogs and springs and steam-powered mechanisms, and it's like bigger than half her torso, and she's got 2 of them that she's wearing on.
WD's like still on the floor.
Yeah, take my finger.
She like stares up in complete wonder. She's like, what? What the fuck is that?
This is my armor. I made it myself. It helps me get around and beat the shit out of people that step on others.
You made that.
Oh yeah. I've got a ton of different ideas, but I have a lot of questions that need answered first.
WD like takes her hand and stands up and then kind of like sizes up Runt.
What's the height difference?
WD's probably like 5'5", I'd say, like average.
Run is definitely pretty short. I just don't remember the height.
I'm sorry. How old are you?
Well, how old are you? What, 40?
You guys hear Carpet get like picked up. Oh, we gotta get out of here. He's thrown.
Oh my fucking god, Everybody's gone.
I'm 23, but how old are you? 8?
Try doubling that, genius. I think your friends can. Did you count on your fingers? No, that's too fucking slow. 16. I think our friend's gonna die. Then he get like picked up.
I'm okay. Just go.
Yeah, let's carve a path. All right.
Yeah, I'll take. I guess I'll take Runt's gauntlet hand and just let her drag me.
Now, WD, go ahead and roll Arcana with advantage.
All right, so that is 23.
With 23, as you look at this gauntlet, you can see it is clearly a custom job, but a lot of the base components look very familiar to you. You don't want to make any snap judgments just yet, but you think your old friend might have had something to do with this.
Are we able to like get out of this raging? No, they're not like raging.
It's getting to that point, absolutely.
Okay, yeah. Are we able to get free? Get out of there and like just kind of find a place off to the side?
Totally. You guys can brush through this crowd.
Hey, watch it! I'm fucking moving it.
WD, where are you leading Runt to at this point?
Yeah, WD kind of stares down at the gauntlet for an extended period. Just the entire time that you're pushing through the crowd, she's kind of got her head down, just staring dead. So, I mean, where... You said you made that?
Yeah, look, I mean, it's a long story. I get everybody around here is probably an inventor of some sort. Judging by your gear, well, what is that? What are you working on?
Oh, you know, like tons of stuff. Like, I made like this. No, that exploded.
So there was, she reaches into her pockets and just pulls out like piles of stuff. She's like,
I'm good at taking stuff apart, but like I am, you know, the little side project that I'm just trying to like, you know, let me know if this sounds like stupid or not, but I'm trying to like figure out like how to like, you know, like the cave-in, yeah.
You want to take apart the cave-in like you take apart all of this other stuff?
Yeah. That's a good way to describe it. Yeah.
Interesting. All right, I see. I mean, that's kind of how I got my start, too. I would take apart everything I could get my hands on and just kind of figure out how it works, and then new ideas kept coming in rapidly, and I couldn't contain them, so I just had to figure out how to make them real. This stuff, on the other hand, she like holds up her gauntlets. I actually found fucking blueprints to this in an inventor's workshop. I don't even know how much was supposed to be. Hey, you're not with the future thinkers, are you?
No. I mean, God.
she kind of just like stares into the distance. It's like, future thinkers.
Oh, but you want to be.
Yeah, I mean, I've got a long way to go. But, you know, your gauntlets just look, familiar.
And she reaches onto her tool belt and pulls out a large wrench that you see has this glowing center to it. And she kind of clicks it a couple times and it shifts the top of it into different tools and just kind of bounces it in her hand.
Run, it looks very similar to your multi-tool.
No way! I thought I was the only one who knew how to make one of these things.
I didn't make this. I, found it.
She presses or twists a little mechanism on one of her gauntlets, and out of the sort of like wrist area, this a multi-tool kind of like fans out of it.
Damn, bro.
And then she like extends one of it and then like looks, it's like a little magnifying glass, and she takes a closer look at I don't know, something that you were holding, like the gear that you were trying to take apart. Is there anything that I can tell from the stuff that...
Just vaguely, like what information are you trying to parse about it? You trying to figure out like what it does, where it came from?
Yeah, sure. Like what it does, where it came from.
Roll Arcana.
I got like a 7.
Looking at it closer, it's very advanced. And because you're in a place that's just so advanced overall, it's so hard to discern where this thing might have come from. And beyond that, how a place like this existed in Reclaim this entire time.
I'm probably looking at the multi-tool, right? So can I at least guess that this glowing thing inside of it is Wondrous Coal?
That much is clear right off the bat. Really quickly, WD, where are you going right now?
Somewhere secluded. It seems like she's looking for something, but
The most secluded place you can think of is the top of a nearby building. You've been up there many times. You've spent a lot of time up there just kind of observing the cave-in, really getting an idea for the scope of it and maybe how deep it is, just jotting down notes. And instinctively you travel with Runt and shoot your grapple gun up, and it catches into the mechanism. And as the mechanism continues to spin up top, you slowly move upward and grab onto Runt's hand. And the two of you move up and drop onto a nearby building.
So, what do you need help with?
Well, first off, slow down. She points to the glow coming out of the multi-tool. How much do you know about that?
Honestly,
she kind of turns it in her hands and she goes,
not a lot. I mean, I'm pretty sure it's a source of energy. That's pretty much all I can discern from it.
Correctly deduced. But that is your only that's your only glowy thing?
Yeah. Why?
Do you see it often around here in Coctopolis?
have I?
So most inventions around here do not utilize the Wondrous Coal, as a matter of fact. There's only one person you know who deals in Wondrous Coal.
I've seen it a couple times, but only in certain scenarios.
Can you keep a secret?
Of course.
No, convince me. What the fuck was that? You just looked around like you weren't gonna be able to keep a secret.
I'm just scared.
Do I intimidate you? I mean, I'm not that scary.
I mean, a little bit, man. You got two big giant fucking fists.
Yeah, because I've had to do a lot of fucking pounding lately. Let me tell you.
There's a lot of anger in that little body, all right? Just back up.
Yeah, because whatever. Look, okay, so she takes out, she's wearing this backpack and she takes it off and then opens it up and she sort of reaches her hand in there and imagines the different, basically a handful of Wondrous Coal that she has stolen, and it pulls it out, and she pulls out this large handful of glowing purple rocks.
Whoa.
Kind of backed away.
Are you sure that that's safe?
This is not just a power source. It is the definition of power itself. This is Wondrous
And you're holding
Coal.
a handful of it right now?
Well, yeah, because it's not, it needs to be activated by something. It's not just going to fucking blow up on its own.
Listen, man, I don't know.
It is like crystallized energy of some sort. When I was in this mountain earlier, they called it fucking stupid magic or something. I don't know, did they? I forget. They probably called it magic.
It would have been easy to infer that, yeah. It's
if you've
magical.
ever read a fantasy book or something, yeah, it's like that. It's pure crystallized power.
Whoa.
I think. She puts it back in the bag. There's this inventor who I feel like everyone is looking for right now. He worked with this coal predominantly, and that's how I built his gauntlets. I found schematics in one of his labs, and I took it. I used it. We recycled information. Knowledge is not meant to be kept in a fucking laboratory underneath somebody's fucking painting in a secret lab. But now I'm just looking for him. Everyone's looking for him. Oh, and she shows her angle. She's got this fucking almost like a bird. They have the little trackers on them. And I'm being watched.
Wait, I'm sorry. By who?
Bad fucking people, really scary bad
How do you
people.
know who
What are their names again?
How do you not know who you're being watched by? You have an anklet on.
I do. It's the overseer of the Wondrous Trade Company. I got on his bad side.
WD, you have no fucking idea what's going on.
Listen, I just take shit apart, man.
Oh, so you can't help me?
I knew somebody who knew the inventor, but I haven't been able to find her because of the cave-in. And she's the one who gave me my wrench. But I've got no idea where she went.
Well, that fucking sucks. I mean, way to trauma dump. I mean, I didn't need to know all that.
Listen, man, you're looking for the inventor. I know somebody who knows the inventor. I know a guy who knows a guy, but I can't find my guy.
Right, okay, so, have you stopped looking? Are you just giving up, or what? I mean, let me help. I'll help you help me.
Do you have any ideas of how to fix this cave-in?
First start is probably gonna be observation. I haven't even seen it. Again, not from around here. God brought me here.
Wait, so how did you get here?
Again, God brought me here.
Okay, but actually, how did you get here?
And I'm telling you. Oh my God, like, hold on. Let me think of a fucking lie because I'm telling you the truth.
You don't think it's true, but it's true.
How do people normally get here?
Through the hole that's full of rocks.
Exactly. The only other explanation that unfortunately is logical is I got here by God. And she was very pretty, let me tell you.
I don't know.
I couldn't. I'm still like I processed in all of it too. Like you don't
All right.
have to believe me, but just know that I mean it. Have you ever been outside of Cogtopolis? Because it's kind of crazy out there. In fact, it's very scary. Like we need to do something about this. We need to blow up that fucking mountain or something. I don't know.
Have I been outside of Cogtopolis?
You've been to the Sorting District a couple of times to see your friend.
All right, let's just go over. I mean, maybe we can figure out some stuff while we're getting over there. But you gotta tell me more about whatever's going on with that anklet thing, because I don't fuck with that. Like, at all. I don't fuck with the feds, dude.
Me neither. All overseers are bastards, all right? I just got this put on my fucking ankle because I was in the wrong place, wrong time, trying to do the right thing. You know how it is? God, let's
All
go
right.
look at this cave in. Maybe I can get
Yeah,
some
let's go.
inspiration.
WD, you bring Runt along through the city of Cogtopolis. You guys move through some of the tighter areas, going up and down, making your way to the cave entrance. You pass by the opening that hasn't opened just yet, leading to the place where really only you know. Your eyes linger on it for a second, and then you continue on and bring Runt to this mass of rocks that has fallen down. And there are plenty of fellow inventors sitting around drawing up plans, making different inventions to try and move the rocks out. You see one person actually goes and tries to pull something, and a group of other people in the area rush over and say to stop. And they don't, and a few come tumbling down, and that person just is pulled out of the way before that rock slams down on top of them. It's clearly a very volatile situation.
I have my arm kind of stopping Runt before she moves any closer to it, and I go,
This is it. I mean, not much else to say. Big pile of rocks.
So, this friend of yours, what was her name? Why did she disappear? Was she in there?
She lives on the other side. I would go and visit her sometimes, but I live over here. But Ripley's her name.
Ripley? I fucking know her! I know her!
Wait, what? What?
Poofy hair!
Yeah,
Really nice!
really pretty, really cool, good friend.
Yeah.
You know her?
Yes! She's the one that said the Invent a Second... She's the one that said the Invent a Second workshop is probably here in Cogtopolis.
Right.
And I think she blew up. No, I'm just kidding.
she starts crying. She's like,
What do you mean? What do you mean she blew up?
Oh my God, it's a fucking joke. It's a joke. Maybe I've been hanging around those fuckers too long.
Yeah, probably.
Jesus Christ.
What I meant to say is I feel like when's the last time I saw her? She didn't go in the mountain with us, did she?
But you've seen her recently?
Last you heard, she went back to the university.
Why does Ripley live in Reclaim? Ripley's a human, right?
Mm-hmm.
What the fuck is happening? My God, my fucking head hurts. No, she's totally fine, all right? So you don't have to be all sad anymore.
I mean, I'm still looking for her.
You're bumming me out, all right? The vibe.
I'm bumming you out.
I know it's hypocritical, but my head just started hurting as an overload of questions. Also, effectively, we're trapped in here unless we clear this cave in. That's the problem?
Yeah, essentially.
Everybody's going hungry because no one can get food in here because the trade route is blocked. I understand. What if we just asked God for no?
It's a good fucking question, dude.
And judging by just what I just witnessed, if you pull one rock, there's more behind it. So, trying to clear it out by hand will what? Put the entire city in danger? Or what's the stakes
Yeah, I mean,
here?
you might almost be like sludge like that guy almost was, so probably not a good idea to pick it apart piece by piece.
What if I could move it without touching it?
Like, I'm sorry. What?
Like, with my mind.
Did you get, like, bit by, like, a radioactive rat or something? Like, am I missing something here? Do you have superpowers?
Give me 1 second. No, what? No, hold on. I don't know if this is a good idea to like bring out to the public yet because it's really crazy. Okay, hold on. Can you keep a second secret and be honest?
Yeah, man. I can keep as many as you need.
All right.
We'll say there are a lot of people around here.
I can't do it here. Is there any invents around the floor that looks, I don't know, more approachable than the others, or?
Most of them seem to be wearing uniforms for the Future Thinkers. They're all very uptight looking and seem to be just talking amongst themselves.
Come with me.
What?
This way.
All right. I need a quieter place to ponder, and this place is fucking freaking me out.
I want to lead Runt. I want to take her by the hand. I want to bring her over to that sliver in the wall and shuffle through.
You all move through these tight spaces in the outskirts of Cogtopolis, following pathways that open up at just the right moment. And then Runt, WD leads you to a pathway and stops for just a moment, looks down at her watch, looks around at the ticking mechanism around her. You wait for a solid 25 seconds, 30, 45. It's a while. She seems to be waiting. And then you hear the as the pathway in front of you pushes off to the left and opens up a new pathway. And it's at that point that she begins walking down this alleyway, leading you into a workshop. Opens up the door, and as you walk in, you are overtaken with surprise, seeing works just as impressive as those ones you'd seen all the way back there in the Sorting District. You see the beginnings of that same matter displacement teleportation technology. You see the prototypes for the Tesla coil that Blink wears on his back.
This wouldn't happen to be what I think it is it?
This is what you were looking for.
You had the fucking key the whole time?
Listen, man, I don't just let anybody in here.
Good, because just letting anyone in here would be... Wait, so you want to get into the Future Thinkers, but you have access to this workshop, and they don't know? Correct?
I just work here, man.
I just want to make sure this place is still top secret. I'm the first person besides you to have been here.
You see the way we got in here, man? Yeah.
Yeah, fucking awesome. Whoever thought of building a city inside of a clock and its mechanisms is the absolute genius. I wish he was alive so I could meet him, or them, or her. I don't know, but I want to meet that person.
Runt, you continue looking around this place with that same joy and excitement you got when you went into the inventor's first workshop. And as you look around, you see a picture sketched out on the workbench. You pick it up and you see it's WD who's standing next to you and Ripley together. And at this point, we are going to flash back. Every 12 seconds, a ticking can be heard. And with each tick, this small cylindrical apartment shifts counterclockwise, just slightly. An old coffee tin full of bolts and washers of various sizes slowly shifts with each movement to the edge of a cluttered high shelf, tools all stacked on top of each other around the room. Not a wall is visible behind the collage of pictures, memorabilia, and various tools all pinned up on these walls. There's a bed curved to fit against this wall, but there's not a body sleeping in it. Instead, a pile of clothes and a tool belt with pencils, knives, and various small metal pieces spilling out of it. No, we find WD sleeping laid out on a workbench, completely still on top of some loose pages and perfectly outlined by the contents of her desk. The windows of this small apartment are covered by thick blankets, and only the dim lamp above her vaguely illuminates the room. After 16 short hours of sleep, the sound of the door causes your eyes, WD, to immediately shoot wide open. Your eyes first catching the direct light of the lamp, leaving you blind to who or what it is. From the shadows around you, you hear a voice. Sleeping on the job, are we? You don't know who this is or what it could be.
WD like shoots up out of her seat and whips her head around.
As you burst up from this workbench, you feel a clang on the back of your head as that old coffee tin full of bolts hits down on the back of your head and goes everywhere, flying all around the room. You would hear the chuckling coming from the corner of the room, and moving forward first you see the hair and then the rest of the features of Ripley, who pulls down a little string in the room, flipping this circular cutout in the ceiling and revealing a rudimentary light for the room. It's got this big ring around it and a small glowing purple artifact in the center. That purple shoots out under the ring and spirals, creating this light illuminating the room, turning completely white, and you can now see her and everything. This is the most light your eyes have perceived in it. A full day.
Oh!
I am so sorry. Are you okay?
Jesus Christ.
I didn't mean to wake you from your hibernation, but she like slings forward and her eyes get a little wide in the way that she does when you know she has an idea, and she steps forward. Get a little bit wider, and there's almost a jittering in her voice. An idea. Are you free? Are you busy? What are you doing?
I was just working on the last thing I broke, but yeah, I'm free. What do you need?
Yeah, last thing you were working on. How is that going? We can get to my thing later. I'm so curious to see if you actually built it.
She starts like shuffling genuinely just a pile of char behind her.
No. It's nothing. No.
It's great. It's beautiful.
It's working.
No, it really is, because it brings the room together, especially like
Ripley.
Really needed an accent piece in here.
Let's just go.
Okay.
She slides it off and you hear it clang into a bucket full of like 30 other things.
Ripley moves over towards the workbench and just kind of shoves you away. Not with a lot of strength, but clearly she's very invested in whatever she's about to show you. She starts slowly moving things away from the center of the desk, but goes, "I'm sorry," and it throws everything off and throws down a piece of paper. And then she grabs out from her pack several other pieces of paper and starts lining them out and flattening them. You can't seem to decipher what the fuck is on this page, but she says, "Isn't it beautiful?"
Yeah, you're probably, what the fuck is it?
You don't know what this is? Oh, you're in for a great surprise. But I can't tell you now if you don't know. I don't know if we'll ever be able to build it.
What do you mean? We could build it. Like, I could build it right now. Like, we...
Oh, no. The parts I need are at the clubhouse and they won't let me in anymore. You blow up one converter and everyone goes crazy.
Hey, I have something to tell you.
What?
I blew up that converter.
You messed with my mixture. I knew that was right.
No. I added a couple things and then...
Look, it's okay. We're a team. We're in this together. Okay? You and me. She puts her hands on your shoulders.
I could go grab the parts if you want me to. Like, I'm not banned because they thought it was you, but that's not the point. Anyways.
See, the problem is I already kind of tried to ask, and so they know I'm looking for it now, and they know you're associated with me, so basically what's going to happen is if you go over there and ask for it, they're going to know it's for me.
Okay.
But seeing as you did mess with my mixture, and it's basically your fault and not mine, to rectify the situation, we could go in there together. Secretly. The room continues ticking along, and a light starts to come out from underneath the doorway. Looks like the pathway's opening up again. What do you say?
I'd say let's go for it.
Great, I already had our whole entire route planned out and I was totally ready to go and do it anyway. But I was definitely gonna honor your suggestions and whatever you said we were gonna do, but we're definitely gonna do this now because you said yes, and I'm holding you to that. She grabs her stuff and rushes out the door. And after a second, she pokes her head back in and says, right now.
Oh, okay.
WD runs over to her bed, grabs her tool belt, like pencils and pens and erasers like flying out as she rushes out the door.
You rush out the door and immediately you are greeted with this beautiful tapestry of cogs all working together in tandem and moving this city every second, every minute, every hour. It is nothing like you in real life would have ever seen. Have you ever seen the Mario movie? How they got all the shit moving all at once?
Dog, you gotta use periods and spaces when you talk. Robots is the only movie I've ever seen in my life.
All right, you see Big Weld roll by.
Let's fucking go!
As you step out, the pathway onto a bigger platform has just opened up, and you would know that for the next 15 minutes, if you don't walk on this right now, you would be barred from walking that way. So you get some pep in your step, get moving. You guys move by a bunch of different apartments, all kind of stacked on top of each other and connecting through these different cogs, and you see a almost like a roadway system with people like skating across on what look like ice skates, but there's no ice. You're not really entirely sure how it works.
Roller
but-
skates?
No, they're like blades.
Oh.
Like blades cutting in. You can actually see on the road that's almost soft down there. They've created like a frictionless road that you walk along the side of.
Okay, flesh skating.
More like a jelly road. More like a jelly road. It's a little jelly-like.
Dude, I wouldn't mind getting curb stomped on that, bro. Strawberry flavor.
Drop me down in the fucking grape road. I need it.
Punch my head into that shit. Let me take a big old bite of Jello.
You guys take the long way as Ripley wants to. She doesn't say a word. She is just running gung-ho to your objective. But you can tell by the path that she's taking, she wants to take a little stop to get something to eat before you make it to the clubhouse of the Future Thinkers. So down here you can see a lot of people moving all in perfect time with the cogs that move around. Some bigger, some smaller, and a lot of the smaller ones are moving much faster. As you're walking by, you see a colorful bird-human hybrid who's spinning on one of the smallest cogs that seems to be going extremely fast, and he's holding up 2 different vials. And as he spins, he goes, "Hey, WD!"
What's his name?
You would know this to be Waylon.
Yo, what's up, Waylon?
Ready, make some.
Okay, I need you to say what you said because your mic did not.
What?
Ready, how to make some.
That's awesome, man.
Bye later. See you around.
All right, bye.
As you're walking by talking to Waylon, you bump into Jax, who is a large squirrel-human hybrid. He's actually very small in stature, but big in muscles. This guy really packs it on. And he's more animal hybrid than you. He's got more of those squirrel-like features, that big poofy tail, and those like full face of a squirrel. And as he bumps into you, he goes, "Yo, watch it, WD."
Oh, sorry, I didn't see you down there.
Down there? Oh, you think you're so funny.
I mean, it's just kind
Can
of.
you move out of the way? I'm a little too wide to be getting past you like this.
No,
We're
yeah,
gonna have
that's
to-
okay. I'm gonna.
Can we go sideways? All right, shimmy with
WD
me.
opens her legs wider so he can walk directly through.
That is a really fucked up thing to do. That is a fucked up thing to do to me right now, and you're doing it, and I'm really upset.
Listen, man, I made a tunnel. I don't know what you're expecting.
WD, come on, let's hurry up.
Okay.
She just runs. She probably like accidentally kicks him a little.
Gets kicked over.
You're my fault.
I'll be watching you. I'm not a little guy. I'm a big guy. I'm a big guy. He walks away.
I'm big. I'm big.
Run up to a nearby shop that sells pastries. As you make your way up the almost cog-like elevator, it's like a vertical cog that you step down onto, and it leads you up, and you jump over to another one, and that one leads you up as well. And once you get up to the top, you get to this vertical shop that spins very slowly, and it's almost like a conveyor belt where there's just a little section open, and it switches and switches and switches. And every time it switches, every 20 seconds or so, there is a different shop there. And you wait for just a moment, and Ripley stands there tapping her feet. Oh, we're gonna be late. Oh, we're gonna be late.
Hey, maybe there's like a way to like speed it up or like.
There's no way to speed it up. If we speed that up, we speed up the whole place. WD, I'm sorry. I'm very stressed out right now.
What's going on?
If we don't get this piece, I'm not going to be able to build it. And I want to make sure I get it right. That's all.
What the hell are we building anyways?
I can't tell you.
Like not even a hint? You just.
Yeah, I can't tell you because it's a surprise at this point, okay?
Okay,
Because I thought showing you would tell you, and I thought that would be cat out of the bag. But you know what? Now that I think about it, it's so much better as a surprise, and you're gonna have a way better time. And there's the shop, and she rushes in. You guys step in, and you're not even able to get your shoulders width into this place. You have to go sideways and shimmy in. As you move inside, you can see bear human hybrid, but very, very small, stands up top, almost like a glass ceiling, and just looks down and like head between her legs, goes straight down to the floor. Hey, Ripley, WD, what can I get for you?
Hi, ma'am. We were just looking for a certain part that Ripley's looking for.
I'd like a jelly pastry and
Fuck.
You want anything?
I'll
do a hot milk sandwich.
hot milk sandwich. Can I get a cold juice steak?
A what?
Never mind. Give me a fucking bagel, man.
What the fuck is a hot milk sandwich? I'll get you guys your usual.
Yeah, no,
Okay,
that sounds good.
She sits there for a while. You see, she like pulls down a little board that's on some hinges, and she sits down on it in this little area. Now, the clubhouse is gonna be tough to get into. Gosh, this might be stupid. I don't know if we should do this.
Listen, it's gonna be fine.
Oh, but if they catch me, they're never gonna let me into the Future Thinkers. They already don't take me seriously.
If they were future thinkers, like they say they are, they would know that you're the real deal.
Yeah, well, they don't. They think I'm a loser.
I think you can prove them wrong.
Think so?
I know so. Listen, you're Ripley. Like, look at all the shit you've made.
Yeah, but I mean, look at all this shit they've made. And the philosophers aren't even gonna listen to me if I say we should do something different. There's one way of doing things. It's what they always say, and maybe they're right. I know there's more to this. And she pulls out a little purple rock. You know it.
Would I know what this is?
You know it's a small power source. You wouldn't know much beyond that. Actually, as a matter of fact, roll Arcana.
13.
With a 13, you would know that this is what is used to power a lot of the inventions that Ripley tasks you with. And it is highly volatile, and every time you've tried to build anything with it, it catches on fucking fire. But that's not very out of the norm for you.
Even if I don't put those bitches in, they catch on fire.
You know that Ripley seems to think a lot of this material and that it can change the world, but the leaders of the Future Thinkers tend to not really give her the time of day or accept that it's anything more than a trivial little thing. Like it's good for nothing more than trinkets and little things here and there. It's a good power source, but she thinks it can be more, is what she's conveyed to you often. I know we can do crazy things with this.
We just have to prove it to them. We just gotta build something that uses this in a way they've never seen before, and then you're in.
You know, I really thought the jump boots were gonna do that, right? Like, nothing has ever done that before, and they just didn't even care.
No, one of them broke their ankle trying to use it too.
Well, he's old.
Yeah, no, I know.
He shouldn't have been the one using it.
I feel like they're all too old in there at this point. I feel like we gotta get some younger ones.
Sometimes I walk in there and I think they can't even see me.
I mean, there is a must. I'm sorry.
It's musty. It's a wet smell. I don't know how something can smell wet, but it does, and it's bad.
Listen, I know that you've got this. this new invention. Do you think that it could be the one?
I think it'll do what I want it to do. And maybe this time around that's enough.
WD smiles at her and kind of puts her hand on her back.
Smiles back at you, and you hear the slot open up above you, and dropping down is a bagel for each of you and a pastry for Ripley. Thanks.
Thank you, ma'am.
All right, shimmy that way. Let's go.
Shake my little butt.
You guys shimmy out of here, and you wait for the right time. And you slip out. You go back down those cog elevators, and you get to the first large platform that leads you over to the secondary large platform. Now, these ones are probably the size of football fields. Huge. The main one being the size of maybe 4 football fields all put together. But then there are like 6 smaller ones on the outside.
I love American measuring systems.
God bless.
God bless this fucking country, dog.
Dude, I fucking love this country. You see an eagle fly by? Oh!
Yeah, the eagle is
Fucking-
definitely the
dude.
size of like 5 Big Macs.
Dude, and a Gatorade drops down all over you. And you get a touchdown. They're just one huge platform and a bunch of smaller other ones around it, and everything kind of branches off from that. You see there are platforms above and platforms below, but this is the main central hub of the city. You can see once you get to the platform where the Future Thinkers Clubhouse is, you can see that there are people doing experiments all over. You see somebody trying to build some kind of steam train model like is up top, like Ripley has told you about before, but you would have never gone up there to see it yourself. And you would also see just generally a lot of future thinkers in these preppy uniforms, this royal blue and a teal and white, all kind of pulled together with an ascot. They're all very proper. They all seem to think very highly of themselves, and they've got this little emblem of a brain right on their breast pocket area. And there's one who stands out front, and he is a gorilla human hybrid. And he stands up on his fists as well. But he's got definitely more humanoid torso and head, but you see he's definitely got the shoulders and arms and lower back structure of a gorilla. And he kind of rests down on his fists, but leans back up to stand up as he looks around. Ripley goes, "Shit. Oh, they've got him on today." All right. Now you see that fence right over there? We are gonna have to jump it. I really thought we were gonna be able to go through the front today, and I had an entire plan. She pulls out a big roll of paper, entire plan dictating exactly how we would get in and what we would say to the people, but, and she throws it all away. We're gonna have to improvise.
You see WD as she throws it away, I go to scramble to catch it and shit,
It wraps around your whole head and it's everywhere.
rip it off of my face.
They can't know we were here because they're gonna notice it's missing. And to give you a stronger lay of the land, there is a silver fence walling off this 4-story building that moves up in layers and starts off wide and gets smaller as it gets taller. It is fully made of metal and has these golden archway workings and it's built very ornate, very, very regal, but some of the paneling on the sides of the building are made of old wood. You can see that a lot of places have been damaged by different experiments or things of that nature, and so there's been a lot of patchwork to it. And generally there are a ton of these people, probably 20 to 30 of these future thinkers all gathered in the courtyard, some of them sitting down, being read to from a book. You see there's probably a couple of classes going on at the moment. From a window, you see someone jump out and go to shoot something up at the top of the building, and it tries to catch them for a second, and they swing, and then they fall down and hit the ground. You'd recognize this to be a grapple gun, and you feel on your hip, and you see you've got your own grapple gun, and you know it works a lot better than that.
'Cause Ripley built it, bitch.
Bitch.
And I keep having to fix it, bitch.
'Cause you fucking break it, bitch.
'Cause I tried to grab an entire rotisserie chicken with it once, and it didn't really work, and then it got all dirty, and it got in all the gears and shit, and I had to clean it.
By the way, this is like a pescatarian society, pretty much. So you guys get mostly like fish and plants sent over to you.
Rotisserie fish.
I mean, I'm just telling you so you know like vaguely what it's like over here, because it will come up later.
Fucking liberal town, dude. Bunch of
Fucking liberal town.
Bunch of fucking vegans
Well, you
and
guys are
vegetarians.
animals. You guys are animals. Yeah.
But I'm a fox. I eat small creatures. I would have eaten Jax.
He wouldn't have let that happen. He'd have willed it not to happen, I think.
No, I don't. I actually don't think I could take him.
The two of you stand in front of this clubhouse, and she kind of, you see her like making different calculations in her head and definitely going into overload mode.
I feel at the grapple hook at my. Are there any like open windows?
Nothing in front of the fence. The fence is going to be your first line to deal with. So it's like the back of the place though. It's fully walled off with some kind of covering to separate this from the rest of the machinery.
I mean, I just want to get over that fence, I think.
Okay, you want to get over the fence?
Yeah, is there a way that I could climb over it?
Yes, but there are people there's probably like 7 feet, so it's pretty big. Unless you move to another area where there's no one watching and there's no one like away from the courtyard, you're gonna have a hard time getting over the fence without being seen.
Maybe we go scout out another area.
Go ahead and just roll me perception.
That's a 16.
So with a 16, you can tell immediately that there's been some damage to the back left area of the clubhouse, and that would probably be the best place to try and sneak in, as there's not a lot of people around there. There's a lot of patchwork. You could easily blend in over there, not a lot of light. And I assume you head over that way.
Yeah. I
And
kind of I nudge Ripley and I go,
Hey,
Oh, what?
over there. We could sneak in that way.
You're so right. We could use that board over there as a slingshot, and you could shoot me right up to the top of it, and I could,
Hey,
you could-
Ripley? Hey. Love you. There's like a hole.
Oh, yeah, that's who. All right, yeah, sure.
Walk through.
Sneak over that way. I'm gonna have you both roll stealth. Do you currently have your armor equipped?
if she was welding, if she was trying to fix something, then she was probably wearing it.
All right, so you'll roll at disadvantage then. As you get over there, Ripley actually casts Pass Without Trace. Basically, she goes, real quick, hang on. And she grabs your leg and lifts it up to show like the bottom of your foot. Kind of trips you a little bit. Like you gotta lean up against the wall, and she slaps something down on the bottom of your foot. And then she does the same thing to the other foot, and you see her kind of do like a jump up with both in each hand, jump up and slap them on the back of her, like on the bottom of her feet as she like kicks them up back, and she just dances down. All right, we're good. You see she gets like a really intense look on her face, and she takes like out of her bag, she reaches in, grabs a cloak, rips it up around her, puts the hood on. You see she looks dangerous and mysterious, and she puts on these gloves. They don't do anything. I just wanted to feel sneaky. The area that you are going to sneak into, you see she just like nothing slips right through, but you try to go and push yourself in, but with all the equipment you have on and everything, it's hard to move through. You're not going to be able to. You'll have to scale it or find another way.
Stupid tail.
Come on.
I can't. My stupid tail's too big.
Okay, can you climb it?
I mean, I can try.
Now, real quick, what did you get on your stealth check? You have a +10.
Okay, so then in that case, that would be first roll is 19, second roll is 20.
Go ahead and roll for me in athletics or acrobatics.
Damn, I got a plus. Damn, I got a 1.
Oh, no.
So that
Okay.
is 7 total.
You fall back down on the original side of the fence, and Ripley says to you, okay, that's okay.
I'm sorry, I
Maybe-
rolled a natural 1.
It's okay. Maybe you could find another way in?
Yeah. Oh, that's fine. I'm sorry.
No, it's okay.
She had the wind completely knocked out her.
No, dude, it's good.
Where do you want to go? I mean, you could try to walk in the front. That seems like your only option unless you want to look for more. I'd give you a chance to roll perception.
Yeah, I'll roll perception one more time.
Okay, go ahead and roll it.
It's a 3. I don't see shit.
With a 3, you cannot, racking your brain, find another way in other than just walking into the front. Your brain regresses to the most simple of ideas possible.
Just ape-brained, bro. I'm just...
And the only thing you can think of is, gotta go up. You look around, and the most obvious thing is the big cogs moving up top. Your grapple gun could maybe make it if you got to higher ground elsewhere, and there are some nearby buildings that you could easily scale those slowly and then go for it and then go for a swing. Other than that, you're walking in the front door.
Nah, I'm built different. I'm gonna do it.
Okay, all
All
right.
right, listen, Ripley, you stay here, okay? I'll be right there.
And she just runs.
What are you gonna do? What are you gonna do? What are you gonna do? Oh no. She runs after you, slips back through, and she runs with you.
I told her to stay there, bro.
She catches up with you. If we're gonna do this together. What's your idea? I'm with you.
Get on top of that building, use my grapple gun, latch onto the thing, swing over. Then I'll be there. You can just slip through.
You're gonna what? Okay, let's do it.
Well, can't you just slip on? You don't, Ripley.
Look, I have my sneaky black gloves on and my cloak. I can do anything.
Oh, okay. I
Don't
trust
worry about
you.
me. Worry about yourself, punk. I'm sorry.
No, I mean, like,
I just put this on and I get
no,
I feel
I
like
mean,
a different person.
You know, like, you could, like, do it again, and, like, I'd be, like, fine with it.
What?
Nothing. Let's swing across.
That looks like a good building.
I just...
She brushes past you. You guys climb up.
You see her, Ripley like runs past and she just goes...
She runs over to another building, the only one that could really get you the height that you need. And you see she pulls something out of her pack and then like attaches it to the wall. And you see it starts to like slowly glide up. Come on, hold on.
You had... Okay.
It wasn't gonna work on the fence.
Whatever.
It needs traction.
I don't know what that means.
She goes to hold on, and both of you are gonna make strength checks.
That's a natural 20, baby. Plus 3,
Oh,
that's a
fucking
23. Boom, bitch. I might not be sharp, but I'm fucking... I got big muscle.
You go over to this wall, and there's this little. It's almost like my descriptions are so fucked up tonight. You know those little push-up things that you use, like that spin.
Yeah.
You know what I'm talking about? It's like a circle, and it's
No,
got the
yeah.
little handle on it.
We're on the same
Yeah.
level right now. This is what I need.
You fucking get
This
me.
is
You
what I
fucking
need.
get me. You get me. Ripley pulls one out. It's pretty big and just sticks it to the wall and starts moving up. You run up and grab onto it as well. You're both holding onto this, and you see she starts to slip. Just, not the gloves. The gloves.
No. That's fine. It's fine.
She falls, and then you grab her.
Do a switcheroo, bro.
You grab her by her arm, and you're holding her with one arm and the thing leading you up with the other. And she's just like, "You failed me." She looks down at her glove. You guys make it up to the top of this building. Once you get up there, you get a better view of the courtyard, and you see, yes, you could easily swing and try and get to the ground level, but there's also a window.
Curious.
Pull that grapple gun and just roll to hit.
I got it out and I'm playing with it.
You get to the top, she goes, okay, so make sure you get the angle right, because if we get just below or just above, what's gonna happen is that's gonna get caught in the gears, and not only is it going to send us plummeting down if we slide on that and it decides to move, but also it might cause a chain reaction that completely destroys the gears all around us. So don't,
That is a 21.
you got it. Just right up. She closes her eyes. Just right up there.
I close my eyes too.
Right up there.
Not like actually though, I peek.
But like, yeah.
But I'm like I'm not listening to I don't understand what she's saying. I'm just kind of being like, you got it.
Shoot this thing off and it latches to the cog up top. You time it just right to where the cog locks into place, and you've got an entire minute to swing across before it moves again and completely drops you down.
Okay, it's in.
I would have you roll strength again, but you got a natural 20, so I'm gonna say you're in a fucking mode right now. She's like, all right, let's do this. And she grabs onto you and says, fly.
My hand gets a little sweaty. I loosen the grip a little.
We're like superheroes. We're like thieves. We're like cool, like good thieves.
What would the equivalent to Spider-Man be? I feel like there are Spider-Men in our society.
So like it's
Have you heard of Man Man?
Man.
Yeah.
I read the comics, but I wasn't really into the play adaptation.
Anyways,
I jump.
You jump for it, and at this point, I'm gonna need you to roll acrobatics as you're moving through the air, flying, holding on to both Ripley and the end of your grapple gun, trying to make it into this narrow window.
That's a 17.
You just make it. WD, you're holding on with all of your strength, and you swing forward and you go towards the window. But just as you get over there, Ripley wiggles just a little bit, and you go swinging back again. And just in the nick of time, before the cog turns above you and completely severs your connection, you move forward into the window, and you tuck and roll and reset your grapple gun. You sit down in this room, and you can see it's some kind of alchemy lab, multiple tables with different chemicals and things on it. You see Ripley has completely fallen over, and the cloak is covering her entire face, and it's wrapped up around her in a way where she just cannot seem to get a grip. She's like flipping it everywhere. She flips it back, and then she flips the hood back up. Sneaky.
sneaky.
What we need is going to be at the top. There's 2 levels we gotta get by. I need you to be extra crazy quiet.
I can do that.
And you hear. And that's when I told her, why would we even try to do that? I and the rest of the philosophers already know the answer. Time is our true enemy. And you hear clapping, just, yes, some snapping in there. Oh shit. And she like crouches right where she's standing. No. And she darts under a table. Hide.
Wherever's available.
Once again, roll stealth at disadvantage. You still have pass without a trace.
That's a 18.
It's 18. You sit down under the table, and you hear them shuffle in, and one big bird foot plants down right next to you on the floor. And he steps further and further, and then goes to sit down at the table you're sitting under. You hear the philosopher lecturing about what truly is the greatest way to invent. He seems to be going on and on and on, and every word is just going in one ear and out the other. But you can't help but notice this bird-human hybrid is reaching down to itch on his leg, brushes up against you slightly, holds his hand out to try and like see what he just touched.
Do I have a lot of room to like maneuver under this table?
Very little, as a matter of fact.
I make a rat sound.
You what?
I make the sound a rat would.
Roll performance?
12.
What in the world?
Squeak,
And he backs
squeak,
up.
squeak,
He backs
squeak,
up and he can see
Squeak.
you.
Squeak.
What are you doing down there? Everyone stops in the room and looks over, and he backs away.
I stand up and I was like,
I was just doing what you asked me to earlier.
What? I didn't ask her. I didn't ask her to do any. You hear the chuckling from under another table. Ripley just laughing her ass off, but like holding it in. I didn't ask her. Oh.
You did, don't you remember? In the office when you were taking your break?
Roll deception with advantage because he's flustered.
oh, that's beautiful, baby. That's a 20.
By God. No, I didn't. I did not. Oh, my pupil. How you've succumbed to the flesh. We will have a long talk about this. Looks over at this fucking absolutely shaking, nervous wreck of
I just ruined this guy's life.
like peacock human hybrid. I don't even know her. I don't
Listen,
even.
man, I gotta get back to class.
No, I didn't. Please, young lady, please go off to do your things. I have much to discuss, my young pupil. I really didn't. I don't know who this is. What the fuck is going on right now? And you see Ripley kind of like slip out. My disciples, gather around. We're going to discuss at length how it is we conduct ourselves among scholars. And you hear everybody just, like iCarly, like, ooh. Sound. You go to walk out the door, and Ripley's standing, like, outside of it, and just, like, that was incredible. You're an artist. She bows.
You know, I honestly thought that squeaking like a rat would have worked first, but that was a good plan. Second plan, I guess.
That was the greatest plan. I mean, squeaking like a rat, I guess it technically could work, but also, there are, like, rat people. It still could have been a person.
No, that's right.
Yeah, because you got to think about it.
Oh, yeah.
It wouldn't just be a rat.
I mean, I haven't met one.
Have you never been to Trench?
Where's Trench?
It's completely on the other side. It's a whole group called the Street Rats.
Oh, man.
Yeah, it's super intense. Maybe I'll take you there sometime.
Yeah.
All right, we need to get upstairs. Are you with me?
I'm right next to you.
And if anything else comes up, do that again. She scampers off up towards the stairs.
I ruined that man's life.
Oh, irreparable damage.
My fault, OG.
Moves up to the stairs and walks up, and you see patrolling the upper deck is a couple of, like, almost like they're guarding something. These future thinkers who are walking in a circle around the center room. So let's say, like, there's one room in the center and then a pathway all around it, and they're walking all around. 3 of them, so one of them kind of looking towards your direction at a time. I don't know if we're gonna be able to sneak by them. They're watching. I think they know that I'm coming for it.
Oh, that you're coming for it?
I may have said I'm gonna get it one way or another. I just got a little excited.
No, that's fine.
Said I'm gonna do this with or without you. And they go, well, you're gonna do it without us, but you're not, because you're not gonna get the stuff. And I was like, well, I'm gonna take it, and you're not gonna be able to do anything about it. And they kicked me out. And they put my picture up on the wall and said, don't let her in here anymore.
Bruh.
And I cried a little bit. But then I came to your house, and now we're here. So I feel like it all kind of worked out.
Are there multiple rooms that are being guarded, or is it just these 3 guys on one room?
Imagine, like, a big square, right, and a smaller square within it. The contents of that bigger square between the little square is a hallway. They are just walking around it.
Are they all walking in the same direction?
Yeah.
Is there a way that we could, like, clockwork, like, if we got really close up behind one of them, that the other one wouldn't see us? And
That's
we just walk
hilarious. I'm gonna need you to roll intelligence.
like a clock. That's a good thing that I should roll. Freaking 17.
All right, give me one more stealth check. You've still got Pass Without a Trace.
15.
Brother,
I rolled a 5.
All right, this is a group check, so if Ripley rolls good, you're okay.
I'm straight biffing it. Oh no.
She rolled worse.
Ripley, bro.
What do you say to Ripley to suggest this plan?
I want to sound smart.
They're walking at a constant rate, and there's only 3 of them, and there's 4 sides. So we're always out of the line of the sight of the guy behind us. If we're next to you get what I'm saying.
I full-heartedly trust you.
Really?
You got us out of the last thing, and the thing before that.
I kind of didn't, but
I thought I was the idea one.
you are. I mean, you always are.
You got some ideas. Let's try it.
And then I'm gonna fuck up miserably.
You guys wait for one of the future thinkers to round the corner and immediately start following closely behind him.
It's like we're trying to get the last page in Slender.
And he's what?
It's on his back.
How? Oh, I didn't even know that. I thought you were just saying.
I think it is.
You
Wait,
and your
am
fucking
I right?
emo scene fluffy hair and looking for the Slender pages.
I know
you
he's
are
there.
the weirdest fuck. And you talk like you fucking snort shit for fun.
Dude, I snort like powdered Monster.
Gotta be. Yeah, just like straight caffeine powder. You guys follow closely behind. And you can hear him just kind of like breathing to himself. He's breathing real heavy.
He's breathing to himself. Oh. That's a bit of apnea, man. You should get that checked out.
It sounds like he's having a fake argument out loud, but under his breath. When you do that, No. When I see that, when I experience, no, God, when
He's using like therapist eye statements, dude.
you notice the I statements,
Dude, this is a fucking liberal college, dog. They go to therapy.
you hear him doing this, and it just makes you like really like you look over to Ripley, and she's like kind of laughing a little bit. She's really trying to hold it in. You see, she like covers her nose, just like stop. You guys are creeping behind. It's my house too. It's my and if I don't know, if you want to clean the dishes, that's fine. But I want to sit down on the couch, and I want to relax, and I want to work on my planes. And no, she doesn't care about the planes. When he says she doesn't care about the planes,
This poor guy.
you hear Ripley let out a little, like a squeak, and he stops dead in his tracks, and your heart sinks
Does he start turning around?
slowly.
I want to start turning with his back.
He turns the other way, and you and Ripley both move around to the back. Who was that? Hear the other guards stop. Something over there. Thought I heard something.
When we turned around with him, would we be near the door?
Actually, yes. You turn around, and you see the door is 5 feet away. But you know, if you move for it, they're probably going to hear you. Ripley looks at you and looks at the door and just kind of says, you want to? Like, gives you a look of, I mean, like, she points at him and just makes like crying.
Do they say anything else? Does it sound like they're gonna start looking?
You only have a couple of seconds.
Fuck, we're going.
You guys bolt for the door, and he goes, "Hey, stop them! They heard my aw shit!" and she opens the door. Says, Come on!
I hope it works out.
Oh, it's Ripley! God damn it! They told me not to let her in here, by gosh. So you go in, and she shuts the door and immediately goes over to a huge, almost like china cabinet thing full of different beakers and things like that, different contraptions. She goes to try and push it, and you see she doesn't fully have the strength to get it over there. Are you gonna help her?
Yeah, I run over.
Roll strength check. Come on, it's stuck.
That's a motherfucking 20 non-natural.
Almost like it's way easier than you expected. You rush over to this thing and just, boom, and it crashes down, and tons of this glass where it goes flying everywhere, and shards of glass. Okay. You add that to the list on why I'm not allowed back in here?
Don't step in that.
Yeah, because I was gonna step in it.
I don't know what to say.
All right, I just gotta find the thing. And she rushes over to a desk that is in the back left corner of the room, and you can see all throughout this room there are these weird coils that have like this light kind of zipping around
Like
them.
a Tesla coil kind of deal?
Kind of, but it seems very rudimentary, and like it's almost like it's kind of working, but not really. And they kind of zap together. A lot of technology in the room that seems very volatile, though. It seems like this is where they keep a lot of the stuff that seems a little more dangerous. So good thing you're in here with literally no way out. Ripley runs over to the, not no way out, but you can't just walk back out the door. You hear them like outside it pushing up against it. It seems like you're able to hold this door right now, but the door is going to give it 2 minutes tops.
I want to look for two things. What is the escape route? Is it just like a window?
There's no windows. It's just,
Oh, damn.
it's like a room contained by a hallway on all walls.
Anything that might be covering up something?
Yeah, there are carpets on the ground.
Okay. I want to start lifting them as Ripley's looking for what she... Because I have no idea what this fucking thing that she's looking for even looks like, so I'm not going to be able to help her.
Roll investigation, looking for a way out.
Jesus fucking Christ, dude. 9.
With a 9, you go to lift up this carpet, and dust flies all up into your face, and you're just so fucking discombobulated. You honestly can't really see much of anything, but you step back, and like a board creaks underneath your foot, and you look down, and you can see a small like speaking area where one of the philosophers might have been giving a lecture, and it's just below here. And it's not like there's a doorway or anything. You can see the boards on the ground are not very strong. There are also some cupboards all around that you could maybe either use to reinforce or even hide in.
Ripley,
1 second.
oh
my gosh.
have you found it?
Yes.
Perfect.
We're good to go.
Okay, cool.
Where do we go?
I mean, I don't want to hide because they're like obviously like we would be hiding if we weren't in there anymore. Could I like kick through the ground or like rip a fucking one of the boards off and like?
You'd have to hit it with your wrench
Okay.
and do enough damage before the door comes down. At this point, I'm gonna have you roll initiative.
Motherfuck, dude. 8.
Fortunately, at the top of the round is going to be the future thinker outside the door as you hear a boom against the door. You see some of the wood goes flying out and hits Ripley, kind of cutting up her cloak a little bit. Oh, no. This can't be happening. Okay, all right. And then it will be Ripley's turn. She, at this point, goes and just starts grabbing things and putting them in front of the door. They're coming through any minute. You gotta do whatever you're doing right now.
Okay. We gotta go through the floor.
What?
That's the only. Do you see any way out there? Any other way out?
Okay. Nope, I guess not.
All right, let's go.
Up next is your turn. She's barred it up a little bit, but you would know that probably on the next round or the one after they're coming in.
Not much that I can do other than hit the ground.
Before it.
It's a natural 1.
Roll the natural
and it's
1.
a 9.
Oh,
It's a 9.
my God. That just misses.
Do you really think I missed the ground? It's still a 9.
The DC to hit the ground is 10. I made it so all you had to do was not roll a natural 1.
I missed the ground. I don't think I should be on this show. I think I'm cursed forever.
Good thing you have 2 attacks per action, so you can do it again.
Oh my goodness. Let's roll the hit again. That's a 12.
12 will hit.
Yippee!
So go ahead and roll 2d4 plus 5.
Yes, sir. Actually, that's great. That's going to be 12 damage.
You smash into the ground and it creates an opening, but not enough for you to fit through. It's enough for Ripley to fit through as she slides down and lands down on the floor. All right, no you.
Give me a
But
second.
at the top of the round is going to be the guards, and they are going to crash through the door, and a huge bull human hybrid comes slamming in and just with Ripley, huh?
I wave.
You're gonna regret this. I don't forget a face.
I don't think I can forget yours either.
Breaks down the door. Up next is gonna be Ripley, and she moves over to a window, opens it up. I got a way out, just get down.
Yeah, just go without me. I'll catch up with you.
No, that's not how this works.
You gotta have to.
Not doing it, so hurry up. She waits for you. Up next is you.
I mean, I hit the ground again, dog.
Yeah, go for it.
That is a motherfucking 18 to hit.
Motherfucking 18 hits.
Here.
Go ahead and roll the damage.
Oh, that is another 12.
Another 12? Okay, you don't even need to use your second attack. You go crashing down through the floor. See, Ripley's got an open window and is holding some kind of contraption in her hand.
What the fuck is that?
Don't worry about it, just come
Okay.
here.
Yeah, no problem.
Hold on tight like you're gonna die if you don't.
Okay. That's what we kind of will.
We're gonna jump on 3. 1,
2.
3. She jumps out. You guys jump out and she casts Featherfall. It functionally holds open a umbrella type parachute thing that goes floating down. You get down just past the fence and Ripley goes sprinting off and grabs your hand and brings you with her.
Oh my gosh, she's holding my hand. I start to sweat a little bit. I'm really glad that I am wearing gloves and she's also wearing gloves.
You guys rush off and get away pretty quickly. There's no one on the ground ready to chase you. You move through the streets. You move down some of the alleyways that are timed so that once you go through them, no one else can follow you. You move through an area of the town that is locked off for most of the day, in fact.
Ooh.
And Ripley brings you to her workshop, which you are more than familiar with. As she walks through this dingy, completely dark alleyway, she steps on the ground twice and a little doorway opens and she pushes it open and you can see inside is a little propeller on the ceiling with flames on each of the propellers and a workbench in front with a little almost cage-like contraption. It seems to be incomplete, like she was just working on it, but it wasn't finished. As you walk in, you can see all the different inventions that she's created over time. The jump boots over on the right side of the room and the hole in the ceiling where you tried the jump boots. Over in the corner of the room,
I jumped too high.
there's a little mannequin and you can see holes in it from where she shot out these little, like, essentially magic missiles, these little darts that went flying into it. And you reminisce on the literal years of this bullshit that the two of you have been up to. And she looks back over to you and goes, okay, give me a wrench.
Yeah.
You see she drops it down on the table. You hear like the sound of soldering and like electrical work that really is very uncommon down here, but seems to be right at home here in this workshop. It's small, very dingy, but still full of impossibly advanced technology. She fiddles with it for just a second and you hear a She picks up the wrench. She hands it to you. And you can see now it's got this like casing around the top of it. And you see as it spins, the top will turn into a different tool, whatever you need in the moment. You see it lights up with this little bit of electricity, just the same as you saw those little Tesla coils in the workshop making. This can do just about anything you'd need it to. And she hands it to you and says, here you go. Happy birthday, whatever.
This was, I mean, like, that's like in like 7 months, but what?
Yeah, no, I know. I don't know. I had the idea.
She like thinks about the blueprint that she saw, and she saw like no drawing of a wrench.
She's like, how?
It was just the casing, the drawing.
Ripley, this is incredible. Thank you.
She kind of tests the weight of it, feels a little bit more top heavy, and it kind of like feels good. Like it's got a little more heft to it.
Feels right. And now, with that, you can add all of your spells. They will be things that the wrench does.
Yay! Oh my god, it's like my wand.
You hold this wrench in your hand and just feel that warmth in your heart, like this is where you belong. You feel a part of something.
That warmth in her chest kind of like bubbles up in her throat in almost like a deep ache. She has like butterflies in her stomach looking at this thing. I mean, it is beautiful and magical looking, and she looks back up at Ripley and the feeling expands into an even more intense emotion. And she looks down and she goes, Ripley, thank you. I love it.
Of course. I wouldn't be able to do any of this without you. You deserve it. You look down at it again, and as your vision focuses in on it, the light changes around it, shifts from that warm, bright pink to a deep blue. And you look around the workshop 1 year later. Ripley's been gone for a few months now. Sometimes you come back here to check and see what she might be up to, if she came back for something, but it's empty.
WD kind of walks over to the desk, and whatever remains on it just kind of flips through it, plans and papers.
You really only catch the words matter displacement. It's something far beyond you, and that warm feeling you once had is now replaced with a sinking, deep longing, feeling of unbelonging.
I'll find her. Flips the wrench in her hand idly and steps back out.
As you step back out, you pass by the sketchings of the inventor. You step out and you go back through, right as it opens up again. And you see that huge pile of rocks right where that pathway used to be. And you know what you have to do. And that's where we're gonna end it.
Damn, bro, you brought out the motherfucking. You're a bitch. Evil, evil man. Damn, that was good.
Whoa, hey, that was a crazy one, right? What a crazy wild show. What a crazy show we were running. Anyway, before I let you go, gotta give a shout out to the $50 members over at jrwishow.com, as well as the $50 patrons at patreon.com/justrowwithit. We're gonna start with the members as we usually do. So let's get a shout out to background character, Expoogaloo, Darling Songbird, Swirly is a guest on JRWI, Hagen Mason Legally, Beans, Sarizaku, Cinnabunny03, Vernon is Burnin', Mr. C, Just React With It, Pupper in a Spacesuit, Dark Soul, Ammo and Vinny, Bloke Fieri Reborn 2.0 the second, Cranky Martin, Cals, Insomnia Draws, Era the King, Sylv Soul, It Demo, Yedium Type Z, Elvish Cyborg, Bezozo, Pink Tucky, Awesome Man, Toony Looney, Camden Chemic, Blue Alien Fox, Wild James, Aaron Moment, Bebson, Joy Key, The Rubik's Cuber, Bran Nyan, Unstable Chaotic Cracker, Mozzarella Yuri Princess, Eval Punk, NB Ralsey, No Callisto, No Castillo Jr., Somfy, It's Albert, Teeny Ghosts, Stinky Man, Cry Says Sunny Stinks, a lot of stinking going on it seems, Jason the Fricker, Joshua Mills, Bouncy Borb, Eldritch Horror, I'm Rolling Ka, Narwhal Shellfish, Mario Craft 6000, Hibiscus, Cadus Betis, The Luke Goblin, Jordan Darlin, Alistair Susie, The Retrolyzer, Pine T, Jojo Jordan 123, Avi E, Cronus 513, Vapor Slash, Mr. Mustelid, Edward Twilight Ghoul, Nix, Dev the Dolphin, Cheesus, and now we gotta switch over to the patrons. Alright, shout out Cage, Blakeney, Liam Osborne, Shakasik, Boxfish, The Mega Bad Echo, Leaky Liqueur, Basic Blur, The Fallen Vines, Mason, Era the King, Canonical JRWI Jesus, Viper Hypnotic, Icky Clover, Al Major, Type 2 Diabetes, Kingdom Games, Void Essence, Haze Roper, I'm Just a Burb, Goose, Lightning Deathbringer, Lexi, Cheesus Again, Zenith Scythe, Agar Steeljaw, Lim Muncher, Morbius, Mr. Anderson 1078, Oliver Lolly, Aaron Moment, Alistair Susie, Broderick Motif, Constantinope, Aldrich, It's a Fena, Mr. C, Medusa and Blink Fanfic When, Sif, The Joker 028, The Game Hunter, It's C Fresh, Me Forever Mate, Sarizaku, Charlie Darling Songbird, Eclipse 1680 Gaming, The Oval Lord, Quinn Gibson, Epic Chris, Motor Musker, Leftover Rice, You Will Rue the Day, Burger, Jonathan Bleak, Luke Pierce, Thomas Pierce, Lemon Leviathan, Beebness, Dapper, Bree Lee, Daxy Boy, O Kerberos, Flufu Beans, Curbwin, Wolfie, Pippin the Vagabond, Tane Lambert the Snazziest, Sweet Cacti, F-Bomb 02, Amber Curry, Robert Gangwer, Shrimps is Bugs, Abby Caton Elliott, Sarah Lester, Mr. Nacho, Sammy Bo II, Finrua, Mitchell Iverson, Bosco, Derpy Tricks, Zero Codex, Sandy 007, William Smith, Apple, Soul of a Pet, Big Man Christian, Blue Blend Blob, Elisa Washed Up Bard, Zerberus, Obligatory References, Cryosana Sin, Spinax, E, Jacob Martinez, Kirby Wafro, Gillian's Biggest Fan, The Godly King, Cornier Comet, Chard of the Bard, Kitsune, Nonzolotl, Asteria Nix, George Benji, JRWI Enjoyer, and Divinator. Holy schmoly. Alright, thank you so much for listening to show. Hope you like this one. I live in Colorado now. That's pretty cool. Sorry, I'm audio only for this one and the last one. Also, the quality might freaking suck on my microphone right now. I'm not exactly sure. Haven't tested it just yet. But yeah, thank you for watching show. Goodbye.